I thought that was you over there with the hood.
It's cold over there. I'm really cold there.
Relax. I'm like the dog whisperer. Lionel, what's up? What's up, Ritzy Ranger? Ay, freaking dogs drive me crazy. Hey, chill. Can you relax? Have y'all ever heard of the dog whisperer? Shh, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Roll over. Come on, roll over. You know me? Yeah, soccer player, dude. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. But we haven't played soccer in a long time, right? Are you a coach in the Philippines? Yeah, soccer coach, bro. What's up? Ritzy Ranger. Ritzy Ranger. What is wrong with your doggy? Crazy dog. No, there's no moo-moos in here. Moo-moo. There is no moo-moo. Okay? Chill. Hey. Hey, stop. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. Crazy dog. Hey. Yeah, you'd hire me? Yeah, hire you to kick a ball? Sure, man. Let's do it. Wild thing. Y'all probably never heard that one. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Yay. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. How you doing, Ritzy Ranger? How you doing, Messi? Oh, that's it, everybody. Yeah, just Messi and Ranger. That's talking anyway. The police are coming. What's up, a bit? Is this the guy to be cutting my hair? I don't know his last name. Obet? Is this my Barbario? Let me tell a joke. Go for it. Knock, knock. Basha, what's up, man? Hi, bro. I saw you yesterday at the Walmart. You remember me, the guy wearing the hoodie? At the Walmart? Well, that's funny because we don't have no Walmart in the Philippines. I've been in the Philippines, bro. Almost 3 years. Ritzy Ranger's in danger. Andrea. Hey, Andrea. How are you? Where you from? Lovely. Where's everybody from? I don't know. Like, lovely. Bahoka Lobat. Bahoka Lobat. Bahoka Lobat. Obet, where are you from? Where are you from? That's funny because the guy that cut my hair today. See, cut this hair. Woo! He cut it all off. He sold it to Frankie. Where am I from? I'm originally USA. North Carolina. Take your shit off, throw it around like a helicopter. Please hoop me out. Logan Lottering. You should win the lottery with that name, bro. Yeah. Logan Lottering. Hey, shout me out, please. I just did, bro. Lovely. Says Boca Hot Boat. What is that? What is a Boca Hot Boat? What is a Boca Hot Boat? Yeah. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Argentina. I don't mean to say your name's not Rowena, but it's Lino from Argentina. Child basement. Where's the kids? Get them out. Get them out. Let them escape. Boisha says, bro, are you a big boy, Mike? I think I saw you at the gym before. Yeah, yeah, the big boy about to. Stop. Stop. Go bother somebody else. Don't bother me. Homie, stop. Papa, what's 4 plus 2? 4 plus 2, bruh. Are you kidding me? That's 10. 4 plus 3? 12. Equals to 67. Straight from heaven. I don't know, but I gotta go to 7-Eleven because this dog keeps bothering me. Stop barking at me, G. Go bite a flea. Leave me alone, don't you see? I don't wanna play with ye. Crazy dog. Look at this crazy dog. Don't bother anybody else. Got a bunch of people over there. Don't bother nobody but me. Interesting. Wait, Messi or Ronaldo? Of course, we all know the answer to that question. Hello, sir. How you, sir? Ritzy, I'm awesome. How you doing, man? Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Messi. Is that the right answer? Hey. I'm going to try to sit down without the dog biting me on the leg. All right. Okay, stop. You're welcome. Nah. Oh, you're subscribing now? If you subscribe, you got to watch at least an 8-minute video. At least 8 minutes, bro. Don't be playing with me. Unless we're playing soccer. Pepper's in the house. Drinking water. Water is too big, even though it's too small. Thank you for picking me, Maki. I gave someone once a stroke. Can you give me a joke? Let's see. Name, Mike Rivers. Age, 53. Gender, male. Job, retired Army vet. Place, Philippines. Da, da, da. And the story continues. Renato Sui. Boom, doom, doom, doom. So what do you think, Ranger? Messi or Ronaldo? Hold on, this same person. Ain't it? Oh, no. Messi or Ronaldo? Yeah, that's right. All right, Barcelona or Real Madrid? Where's Real Madrid at? Spain? Talking about Madrid, Spain? Or Barcelona? He did not survive. He did not survive. He did not survive, but he won't quit to survive. Yo! Ronaldo, baby. They driving me crazy. I'm Jack. Hey, what's up, Akash? How you doing, man? The man with the plan that nobody can understand because he's talk like this. We don't understand what he's saying. He's all over the place. What's up, Akash? Choose one. No, I'm going to choose 2. Ranger. Lionel says, Real Madrid and Portugal. Oh, okay. A.K.A. Bernardo. Okay, then I'll do Real Madrid in Portugal for 500 points. I also once came on... Okay. That's like a paint job, ain't it? Let's see. So, choose Barcelona or Real Madrid. Real Madrid. What you mean, Mike? Mikey! Akash. How's the nuts going, bro?
Paano may bakit doon sa kanya?
Brother, what the Martin? Arkesh. Lionel says, why? Why? I don't know why. I don't know why, but he does say bye. Arkesh says, yes, Ranger. Wait, I'll be Jack. I was gonna say. Ay. Mook. Mook. He liked the basketball team named Duke. Oh, because it ain't no fluke. He liked the basketball team named Duke. Oh, y'all know Duke? Anybody heard of Duke? That is my favorite college basketball team, by the way. Ever since Jaminski. Jaminski! You didn't pick Barcelona. You and bye. Oh, that's a PK, baby. Do. Y'all know what PK means? Hey, Pops, I gotta rob 'em. I gotta rob 'em. I gotta rob 'em. Yo, what's the problem? Yo, Ranger, what's the problem? Anybody know what PK mean? Put a thumb up. Don't forget to double tap or I might snap. And you don't want that crap. What problem, Ranger? Ranger says, there's a giant oil pit in my backyard. Man, I hope it don't get blown up. They be blowing stuff up like crazy nowadays. Come to Philippines, Ritzy. Stay safe, brother. Akash says, don't. just shizzle up, Akash. Ranger says, and I got a notification saying freedom of democracy will save you, my friend. It's true. It's true. Too bad it don't exist. It's true, but it don't exist. And I hear some big twos we use. Anybody listen to? So nobody knows what BK is? I mean PK. Sorry, not BK. Not Burger King. PK. No thumbs up. Nobody knows what PK means. Okay. All right. What about BK? BK thumbs up. Anybody know what BK means? What are you talking about? Tawoy damasha. So what the Lord said, matcha? Oh. What's she talking about? What's she talking about, Willis? I don't know. How you feeling? Eve has had the flu, but she didn't fly. And she's trying to get me sick. So if I disappear, I'm sick as a dog. Hold on, that's not nice. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Scratch that. Oh, Burger King is trash. Oh, you know Burger King then. So you know BK, but you don't know PK. Papa, can we ask some questions? Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. Can I ask some questions too? Okay, here's my question. Ritzy Ranger, tell the truth. Do you love Akash? Diamonds for me. Burger King Ranger. BK. It really depends on the country though. The BK in the USA is not as good as the BK in the Philippines. The McDonald's is pretty much the same though. USA, Philippines, it's pretty much the same. I mean his friends, yeah. He clarified, but he can't deny he likes that guy with one eye. I catch with the one eye. What? What? Who's the girl, Akash? Tell us about the Muslim hottie. Where is she from? Tell us the truth. Don't lie. We're listening. Ask another question. Okay. How big? Nah, never mind. That was bad. I gotta chill. Anyway. Oh, my reminder for my bedtime just popped on my screen. Radford guy, what's up, Radford guy? How you doing? How you doing? Arcast says no mook. She's not my type. Oh, you dumped her. You dump her like it's hot, bro. You moving on to bigger and better things, or just bigger things, like maybe 300 pounds. Hey, Michael, I'm in here playing around. How's it going? Mini Me says, you know the meaning of povta? No, what is that? Where you from, Minnie? And what is povta? Never heard of it. The F, you mean bigger things? Don't get no diabetic, girl. They'll be costing too much for medicine. Ask me another problem. Enjoy a slow and easy Sunday here. Oh yeah, I love Sundays, man. Just like that country song. Um, what I like about Sundays. Dun, 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 dun. You know, one of my favorite songs, I don't know if you listen to country music or not, but one of my favorite songs is by Eddie Raven about I Got Mexico. That reminds me of coming over to the Philippines, man. Ask me another problem. Ask me another question. Okay, let me think. You naughty mook. Yeah, I know. I'm a naughty boy. That's why the parents kicked me out of the house. Say you're too bad for here. Let me see. A question for Ritzy. Okay. What's your favorite country in the world? What's your favorite country in the world? Jacob. What's up, Jacob? How's it going, brother? For Mook, every day is Sunday. Yeah, I know. It feels about like it, don't it? So what have y'all been doing today on a beautiful Sunday? It's been absolutely beautiful here. The weather has been absolutely perfect. The wind is blowing right now. It's still like feeling like 70s. Michael, let's see, hold on. Rissy Ranger says Switzerland and India. India, really? The Sri Lanka man picked India. You know, my girlfriend picked Switzerland. That's her favorite place. I really want to go to Japan and Italy. Right for guys, Michael says, I did about 6 months doing professional bodyguard services for a relatively famous country singer on tour in Virginia. Well, who was it? I'm sure I know him. I know all the country singers. I mean, I grew up on a bus where I was the only white kid. And then after that, we went to country area when I was in high school. And but my parents, they listened to country music all the time. You know, even when we were living in the hood, they were listening to country music. Let's see. Mr. Star Ranger says I meant Switzerland and Sweden. Well, that was a big difference. You know, Ritzy, guess the country that has the most islands in the world. What country has the most islands in the world? Anybody know? King Boomy says, where are you at? Somewhere in the Pacific. I am in Philippines, King Boomy. How about you? Where are you at? Nice to meet you. Jacob One says, Mikey, what is your favorite country? Ooh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, I'm definitely going to pick Philippines if you don't have a lot of money, which I don't. So, but if I was like super rich, I don't know, man. I think I picked somewhere in Europe, somewhere out there in Europe, because I want to travel all over Europe. You know, I want to go places I've never been. You take me places I never been. To travel the world in your arms and back again. Let's try that. We got a question. Oh, y'all. All right. So, me too. They are also cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. Akash says, my sister used to live in Sweden. She came back last month. Oh, really, Akash? How how old is your sister? Is she single and ready to mingle? Migumi says, is the weather good, Unk? It's perfect, bro. It is perfect out here. Ritzy says, I really like Switzerland. Yeah, those beautiful mountains, bro. You haven't slept yet, Obet says? No, not yet. It's only 10:20 in the at night. 10:20 at night. Where you at, Obet? Pinsip? Ritzy says, I'm that. Philippines. So nobody got the islands thing correct. Well, the country that has the most islands, I believe, is Sweden. I think it's over 10,000 or 15,000 or something like that. Ritzy says the Philippines has the most islands in the world, I think. No, Philippines has over 7,000. I mean, but a lot of the islands are under the water, you know. So Troy says, hi, I'm back. What's up, Troy? How you doing, Troy? Where you from, Troy? Where do you live? I know a Troy in North Carolina back in the U.S. I know a Troy in South Carolina back in the U.S. Mr. Ranger says, hi, I'm back, I'm dad. Back, I'm dad. Papa, come here. It is cheaper than the Philippines. Hee hee. Is it safer? I don't know. Is Sri Lanka safer for me? Rissy Ranger says hello. No, not for me. Akash, it's a murder. What city are you in the Philippines? Jacob one. I'm not in the city, man. I'm in Oriental Mindoro in the province. Mook, his daughter's single. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah, she is single, bro. She's single. And so is Leo. Yeah, she's single. Arcas, what the hell? She's 30. No, I didn't say your age. My daughter is 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Your playboy is now talking about my daughter. Michael says the country with the most islands has more than 35 times the number of islands the Philippines has. Oh, snap. So is it Sweden? Yeah, so it's over 100,000. Uh, Akash says, what do you mean, Ranger? I'm 32, so it's not that bad, yeah. It's not that bad. Hey, y'all make me sound bad. It's 9:20 where I am. Okay, Troy. Troy, let me guess where you're at. You are in. You're in Sri Lanka. 9:20. Or what is that other? China? I don't think we get China with YouTube unless you're like on one of those VPN things, maybe. I don't even know if people in China can do VPN and hook up. I don't know. They might throw you in jail for 20 years or something. She's married. She's married. She's married in the morning. I guess, I think. So which one was it, Michael? Was it Sweden? Is that correct? Over 100,000? Okay, maybe I was off. I was throwing a low number out there, low balling it. Hi, Canada. Also, Troy. You can't hold on. 9:20 in the morning. Oh, okay. I thought it was evening. Okay, Troy. What's up? How's Canada, bro? What part of Canada are you at? Are you like in a city or are you in a out there in the middle of nowhere? Middle of nowhere. Yee, it's safer. I think they got the same levels. Wait, let me Google that real quick. Okay. Oh, so your daughter's single? Yeah, she's single, bro. But you ain't got a job, Arkash. Oh my gosh. Manitoba says Troy. Oh, okay, Manitoba. Don't know what that is. Mr. Ranger says, Papa, it's sad, TS. It's sad. It said TS. TS? TS. 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 Oh. It's safer. It said TS. Top secret? It said top secret? that was the TS back in the military, top secret. Yeah, Sri Lanka's safe. Safer than the Philippines. That's what I'm trying to find out. Ritzy Ranger says it probably is. Ritzy Ranger says Sri Lanka is generally safer than the Philippines, but both have safety concerns. Petty theft. I'm going to talk in my white guy voice. Here we go. Petty theft common in tourist areas. Check travel advisories for the latest information. Chat GPT. There we go. Vibrational light. Hey man, your thingy went missing. Your icon. What's up, Mikey? I'm 62, but I feel like I'm 22, bro. Yeah, I would have never guessed you were 62. Yeah, you sound younger. You do. Now 22 is a big stretch. that's 40 freaking years, bro. But I sort of feel that way too. I'm 53, but I feel like 23. Yeah. Troy's a small town in Manitoba. Retracted by Africa. Let's see. Robbie, let's see. Kakapo says there's a Bible verse if anybody wants to read it. Have everlasting life. The very popular John 3:16. And Michael says, whoa, 267,000 islands. Wow. Norway is close second. 239,000 islands. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Pretty low on Philippines compared to those two. Rougher guy, really. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know it was that high. I was thinking it was 15,000 or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy high. Crazy high. I didn't know it was over 200. Did not know that. I was thinking at the most 100, 130 or something like that. Hey, will you stop licking me? Stormtrooper, we ain't really know about worse. You know, my cousin, he's crazy about two things. He is crazy about the Bible, and he's crazy about Star Wars. So that's funny you said that. So I guess that's not my cousin. Naruto, what's up, Naruto? How you doing? And Ritzy says Sri Lanka is 9.1% cheaper than the Philippines. Lower rent, transportation, Food is pricier. Would you like more information? ChatGPT. Okay, so Ritzy, Do you guys rent or buy the place you're in? Are y'all renting or you own a home paid for or what? I would sort of like. Oh, you said the rent is about 222 compared to Philippines at 270 something, 278. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you gotta. I mean, you gotta count in the places like BGC, which are a lot higher than places out here. But yeah, 278 is the average. Okay. Thank you for that information. That's cool. Rajama says, "Are you in Bulacan?" Nope. I've been to Bulacan. I've stayed. Yeah, I stayed in Bulacan for a little bit. Yeah, for a little while. Yeah, a couple of weeks up there. You could do both here. You could do both here. Yeah. What about English? Do people speak English there very good? Probably not. Marjorie says, "Hi, what's up?" Here in the Philippines, they learn English in school, like grade school every year. They do their language, Tagalog, and they do English. Did you do that, Leah, when you were in school?
Yeah.
Every year? Yeah, even the old people here, like Leo, say,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, sorry. I You could do both here. Let's see, 278 is in the Philippines. Yeah, I figured it was 278. You can buy a house.
Uy,
You can rent a house.
may wala
Well,
tayo sa
will you stop licking me, dog? Dadgummit. Stop.
hindi.
Oh, pizza with pineapple, anybody? I love pineapple on my pizza. Pineapple and pepperoni. What's your favorite toppings, guys, for your pizza? If I'm not doing pineapple and pepperoni, I'm doing like all the way. Do you, Akash, you even like pizza, bro? Let's see. Yep, people usually and generally speak. Oh, you really? Sweet. Michael says, I like pretty much all the toppings on pizza other than tropical fruit and seafood. It's funny you said that. The So you wouldn't go with the pineapple then. But yeah, I had over here they have the angel pizza. You probably know. Hold on. Yeah, maybe I don't know if you know about angel pizza, but they had a shrimp pizza there. I was okay with it. I was okay with that shrimp pizza. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see. Anybody else like shrimp pizza? Let's see. Ritzy Ranger says even homeless dudes speak English a little, cause English is our second national language. Yeah, same here. Hey, will you stop licking me? Hey. Michael says, I have not encountered Angel Pizza. There's a company in Pangleo that does a 1 meter pizza. I ordered it last year for Lily's family gathering. I wonder if it was. I don't know if it's that a lot of pizza. A lot of pizza, maybe. That's a chain in the Philippines where you get a lot of pizza. Let's see. Mr. Ranger says Sri Lankan, 97% of the people are fully educated, and it's the highest rank from South Asia. Wow, bro. Sounds like a pretty cool place, Ritzy. Sounds like pretty cool. I'm just just never see anybody in my chat from Sri Lanka except for you. So I'm guessing the population's not very high. It's probably a lot less than the Philippines. And for me to try to, think what is the population in the Philippines, I think maybe about 150 million people. Sri Lanka, I'm gonna just take a guess. I don't know. Anybody want to put a guess in? We'll see what. Oh, he already gave the answer. Never mind. 22 million. Let's see. 22 to 25 million. Yeah. Um, and did you say the top religion there is Buddhism? Buddhism. Anywhere I know, because I think you were Buddhist, but I think there was a lot of religions there, is what you were saying. But what's like the one that is number one religion in Sri Lanka? Ritzy Ranger says, anyway, I know you're not coming, so I like cookies. I would love to come, bro. I just hate planes. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever coming. I don't know. I would like to. I just hate planes, man. But if I don't know, there's so many countries I want to go to be honest with you. Michael says, as of 2026, the Philippines population is estimated to be okay about 100, almost 100, 120 million. Yeah, 115, 120, somewhere around there. Let's see. Mr. Star Ranger says Sri Lanka. And Michael, they're probably not counting people like me. The tourist visa guy that's been here for almost 3 years. I don't know. Maybe they are. Anyway, Ritzy Ranger says Sri Lanka's major religions are Buddhism is 70%, then Hinduism. Yeah, you're close to India over there, and Islam, and then Christianity. So those are pretty close. The Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. You'd like to know more about Sri Lanka culture or traditions? ChatGPT. That's funny, man. Vibrational Light says Psalms 82 states, I have said you are gods. It's not written in your laws, and all of you are children of the Most High. That is motivational, vibrational light. But I think, we got cut off on that last live. I think you got a decent plan with your vlogging. Vlogging over here. I saw what you said about the house, and then all about going places and talking about those places. I think that's pretty cool, man. I like that idea. Yeah. Ozzy, what's up, my man? How's it going? King Oz is in the house. Everybody, King Oz. Good to see you, Ozzy. How's life, man? How's everything going? Have you been over there in the political arenas fighting with the people? What you been up to, man? Don't see you too often. What you been up to? Ritzy Ranger says, cool, long time no see. Yeah, we miss you, Ozzy. Ozzy, I don't know if you know Michael over here, Radford guy. He is from Virginia, and Ozzy is from New Hampshire. Ozzy's been a moderator with me for a long time. Michael, I don't really, throw that moderation out, especially for like the young people. I used to throw it out all over the place, but I will say that if you want to be a moderator, I'll make you a moderator, because I know you've been super awesome to me, Michael. It's just up to you. Hey. Let's see. I still do an Akash. Man, I would say you. I would say, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Uh, I don't know how crazy Akash might get on me. He might, I used to have this friend that was from Pakistan. Um, yeah, I used to have this friend from Pakistan. We worked at AT&T together back in the day, and we did retail together and everything. Anyway, we were really close. We used to go out and hit the bars, stuff like that. A long time ago. And dude just totally went extreme hate against like Americans and everything. He even befriended me on Facebook. Just totally disappeared on me. You know. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to. I have no idea. We never got in a fight. We never had any kind of problems, but I just noticed all of a sudden he was getting more extreme with things and hate and all this kind of stuff, and he just befriended me all of a sudden, just disappeared. Let's see. Ozzy praise the king. Ozzy says, I still do, but mostly fed up with the politics. Yeah, I understand that, man. Like I said, we can't do nothing about it except for get away from it. That's what I tend to do. If I don't want to be in something, I just get away from it. That's why I left home when I was 15. I didn't want to be in the environment I was in, so I left home when I was 15. Let's see. Ozzy says, I've been working on the house next door. Yeah, I figured you might say that. Diam said, yes, sir. Hey, Diams, how you doing? Where you from? And Ranger says, Papa, I was asking, when did you make a 8-year-old mod? An 8-year-old mod? When did I? I probably did at one time. I remember Rosvita. I don't know if I did or not, but yeah, I was making whoever mod, and then there was all sorts of issues. People were telling me you shouldn't have kids in here and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't believe in age discrimination. I wouldn't kick out somebody if they're 98 years old in my live just because they're 98. So why am I going to kick out somebody who's 8? Now, if they want to misbehave, that's a different story. 98-year-olds, they can misbehave quite often. Let's see. Ritzy Ranger says, I remember Rosvita started a random. Yeah, I know that. I remember that too. Yeah, that got a little crazy. Ritzy Ranger says, one of my uncles. See, Ritzy Ranger is a prime example of a young man who is very mature. He's young, he's very mature, and he's cool. Ozzy says, 2 wings from the same bird. Russia, hi. Yeah, exactly, Ozzy. I agree with you. Russia says, hi from Russia. Hey, Russia 110, how you doing? Good to see you. Over here in the Philippines, I have met two people from Russia. Yeah. You ever been to Russia? I mean, not Russia. You ever been to Philippines, Russia? Ozzy says, I'm sorry to hear that, Ritzy. Ritzy Ranger says, Russia is the motherland. Hello, Russia. And Ritzy Ranger says, I appreciate that, man. Forever stand with Russia. You're welcome, bro. Hi, Materleters, says Russia. Hey, Russia. I guess you're in Russia. Are you in Russia? And how you doing today? I'm over here playing with this little thing now. Give us some interesting information. Somebody. Ranger? We're good at looking up something. Give us some interesting information to read. Welcome to the broadcast. I love Russian. Yeah, give me some news information. Don't ask how I did that. I bet you're super smart, Ritzy. I wish we were neighbors. You could probably teach me a bunch of stuff, bro. Woo. A lot of that tech stuff us old guys have a hard time with. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you, Russia. I appreciate it. Ozzy says, Ritzy. Ritzy says, hee, me too, papa. Yeah, neighbors. Yeah, that'd be cool. Would you be my neighbor? Dum, dum, dum. Ozzy too, right? Ozzy, I was thinking about you today, man. I was thinking before I saw your message today, I was thinking Ozzy just needs to go ahead and sell that freaking truck. With them gas prices, man, they're going to be going higher, bro. Just sell that truck because they just blew up another, thing and everything. So, and come on over to the Philippines. Ritzy Ranger hangout with vibrational light here. You said you're 62 vibrational light. Ozzy's in his 50s. I'm in my 50s. But Ozzy's a little bit older than me, though. Ritzy Ranger says, absolutely, I would be your son. Yeah, I'm trying to stay out in a safe zone, I mean, I let young people come on, but at the same time, I got to watch what I say and do kind of thing. I remember back in the old days, old guys, they used to like give out little lollipops and stuff like that. Now you get close to a kid and mama's going to hit you in the head and say, get away from my kid. They'll be looking at you weird and stuff. Vibrational light says, the real voyage of discovery consists, not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. That's a good one. That's a good quote. Ritzy Ranger says, bro, I don't know Russian, man. Me either, man. I don't know Russian. Ozzy says, yep, I was thinking about that this morning. Really? That's funny. We were thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking about that. About lunchtime, I was thinking about it. Maybe it was telepathy because lunchtime you were asleep and it just went telepathy over to your head over in the U.S. and you woke up thinking about it. Ritzy says, Ozzy is on the right side and I'm on the left. Kick it to the boom and kick it to the best. Well, yeah, I think as far as a political leaning, you're talking about political leaning, I think he leans more to the right, he leans more to the left. That is true. And that's the great thing about my live. Actually, a lot of the people, half of them are right, half of them are left. And I'm an independent, but as far as U.S., I would lean more to the right as well. Even though I feel like Ozzy though on the parties are together. Don't go with either one really. But as far as what we see over in the U.S., because over in the U.S., what we see is a lot of crazy, weird stuff coming out of the left side. Ritzy, you're not over there, man, so you don't see what we see. But anyway, it's a lot of weird, crazy stuff over there. And the media is bought out, and then they spread crazy news all around the world, a bunch of lies. Let's see, in 14 seconds. 58, February. Oh, man. Oh, you just turned 58. Happy birthday, bro. Sorry I missed that. Pretty sure. Yeah, I missed that. Happy birthday to Ozzy, even though it is late. Happy birthday to Ozzy, even though it is late. Happy birthday, Ozzy. Happy late birthday, man. Now my mom even knows you. Oh, really, mom? Oh, your mom knows me. What about your dad, Ritzy? Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Thank you, Ritzy. No, I mean the neighbors on the left and the right, pops. Okay. Welcome. Oh, I see what you're saying. On the left and the right. I got you. Welcome, Ozzy. I'm getting bullied in school because I'm too political. Really? What are you doing in school to make you political? Got me curious. Being Maritis over here from the Philippines. Let's see. Hi, Mike. You up late? A little bit. Yeah. I'll be up a little bit longer. Hee hee. Thanks, man. You're welcome, Ozzy. How was the birthday, bro? Did you do anything exciting? Interesting? What'd you do? What'd you do for your birthday? Yeepers, jeepers. Here we go, checkers. Here we go. What's up, man? How you doing, checkers? Pizza, 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 pizza. Let's see. Glenn, no. Samosa, no. Well, I'm trying to stick it out, bro. Trying to stick it out. Try not to fall asleep. Glenn says, hey, what a treat to find you live. Howdy from South Dakota. Sweet. Hey, Glenn. I've been wanting to visit South Dakota. So I'm glad to have you here, somebody from South Dakota. What's the name of the biggest city in South Dakota? I'm originally from North Carolina, though, just to let you know. Ozzy here, he's from New Hampshire. And Michael, Radford guy, he's from Virginia. And then we have some international people. Ritzy's from Sri Lanka. Akash is from India. Samos, where are you from, bro? I think Samos is in California, I believe. I think so. And then vibrational light. Whoa, that was a lot of deletes. Vibrational light is over in Illinois. Let's see, but you have two sides of a coin, but to what? You're going where? There? Okay. You have two sides of a coin, but it's still the same coin. Left wing, right wing. Yeah, that's what me and Ozzy was talking about there. Man, I knew your name too. I'm trying to remember it. Vibrational light. Dang, John? John might end. I think it's John, I believe. Ritzy Ranger says, I have a girl, not like crushes or girlfriends. She likes talking with me about politics, and we talk for hours, man. James D says, where are you, Mikey? I'm over in the Philippines. I'm on Oriental Mindoro. It's the island. Originally from North Carolina, USA. We're having a blizzard, bro. Glenn said they're having a blizzard. Akash says that's a good perspective vibration. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. How far is North Carolina from New York? I've driven from North Carolina to New York two or three times. 2 times. Well, one time was for Virginia, though. But anyway, from North Carolina to New York, it takes about a drive, I think I want to say 9 hours, something like that. Driving in a car, nice, comfortable road. So, some of these roads out here in the Philippines are not comfortable, just to be straight up with you guys. Samos, but there's some that are pretty comfortable. Yeah, some are comfortable. Yeah, and some are not. Samos says Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania. Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay, okay. And Samos, shall I call you Samos or shall I call you something else? I think you maybe you were talking about you were Samos. You were the one that was over there near the inside the Poconos. Maybe that's what it was. Glenn says, not sure, biggest city, LOL. Live in a town with 35 people. Yeah, I think no, somewhere out that way they have one town that has like hardly anybody, one person or two or three people or something like that. Ozzy says, Glenn, we just got 3 inches yesterday in New Hampshire. Yep. Someone says, how come we never see Leo? Well, we have privacy law over here, Samos, and so I can't show people's face without their permission. So, um, she's not much into that, but she's been okay with it, like a couple of times. But I always have to check, see if she's okay with it. And right now, I think she's working on something right now. Curtis Curtis is over in California. He says, have to admit, people, right? California or Nevada? There was somebody from Nevada. Who was that from Nevada? Max is over in California. Curtis, I think he's California. But there was somebody in Nevada. Anyway, Curtis says, have to admit, people that are super political are very tiring to be around. That goes for either party, since neither will ever care about voters. Two sides of the same coin is on spot on. There you go. Yeah, I mean, we're a lot of independent thinkers in here, it looks like. Ozzy is Greek, and Samo says it's like 16-hour drive. 16-hour drive from you're talking about from North Carolina to New York? Well, it depends on where you go in New York. If it's at the bottom, then I'm pretty sure it was about 9 or 10 hours, somewhere around there. But it depends on where you go to. Probably some places are 16, yeah. Desert Channel Explorers in the house. Hey, man, how's it going, brother? I was thinking about you today, too, man. Poconos, yeah. Okay. So, Samos Poconos, all right. And Star Ranger says, you guys are not talking about politics. You are talking about philosophy. Yeah. Vibrational light, I think is John. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. Ritzy says, but I respect your perspective. Yeah, that's the main thing, is that we respect each other. You know, we're nobody is going to think alike. Nobody. If they do, they're fake. If they say, hey, I agree with every single thing you say, they're fake. You know. But anyway, Curtis says, no, I'm in Florida. I will say, me and Curtis, we think a lot alike, but I'm sure one day there will be something that we will not agree on. Probably this pizza with pineapple, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. David C. says, hi, Mike. What's up, David C.? How you doing? Where you from? Ritzy says, Florida. Florida? What about Florida? Hello, Desert Channel Explorers, I'm sorry. Samo says, Mike, how far are you from Cebu and Manila? Cebu, Manila, I can get to Manila on a bus and then take a ferry and then take a bus. That would be about 3, 5, 7, 8 hours. About 7, 8 hours. But really, it depends on things, because sometimes you could be stuck at a port for a long time. I mean, usually it's not that long, but like during the vacation time, Christmas and stuff like that, it could be a very long time. The best thing to do is book the ferry ahead of time if it's around busy season. And as far as Cebu goes, that's a heck of a trip, bro. Because I have to go from this island to another island, then I have to go to another island. I could do two islands, but still it's a lot of traveling because I have to do a lot of road trip too. So that could take about 2 days to get from here to Cebu. Yeah, because I'll get tired. I'll have to stay somewhere, spend the night somewhere, most likely. If I start really early in the morning, I might could be there like at nighttime. Yeah, maybe I might could do it in like 14 hours or something like that, 12, 14 hours. David C. But I don't want to, man. It can be tiresome when you're traveling out here. Some of the stuff you ride on, sometimes it's best to just hire a personal driver that can drive you around, and usually a Toyota is usually what they use, or rent a car, or rent a bike, something like that. Do I do that? I've had hookups. This person who's talking to me. Shaka. Let's see. Ozzy says, Samos, what's up? And Glenn says, respect is the key in life. Yeah, exactly, Glenn. Respect. RESP. And you'll find a lot of that. Have you ever been here to the Philippines, Glenn? You'll find a lot. I mean, that's like, to me, like the biggest thing out here is respect. Ritzy Ranger says, I hope I didn't offend anyone. How about there, Ritzy, in Sri Lanka? Ritzy's in Sri Lanka. Do you find respect a big thing over in your country? Also, Akash, in your country, is respect a big thing in your country? David C. says, London, I am the finance guy looking at buying in Philippines. Yeah, bro. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, David? Yeah, it's been days, almost a week. Feels like it anyway. Maybe it hasn't been a week. It's been a lot of lives ago. How you doing, man? Richie Ranger support propaganda. Remember, Israel is listening. Curtis says everybody's thinking about the same. Gets boring. Yeah. Samos, Mike, you're pretty isolated. What part are you in? Well, I'm in Oriental Mindoro, about halfway between the city of Calapan, which is a pretty big city. I did a video about that city. It's like a tour of the place. It's like an average city here in the Philippines, not too big, not too small. So I talk about things with that city and show you the place and everything. It's a nice city, by the way. And so I'm between the Calapan city and I'm between down near Boracay, that area. Rojas, really. Not Rojas City, but Rojas on Oriental Mindoro. Vibrational light. And it's not too isolated. I mean, I have a 7-Eleven across the street. I have a McDonald's that 30 minutes away from me. And a lot of people out here. Let's see. Have you taken any? Oh, yeah, a bunch of them. If you go to my videos, you can see the videos where I'm on ferry boats and going places. Yep. I cash body count close is 103. Maybe. Let's see. Ritzy says pro reality. It's good in Sri Lanka. Oh, okay. The respect. Yep. These are laws in our countries for respect. Oh, laws. Oh, great. Very yes, very very big here in the India. Yeah, it's a Southeast Asia thing. Um, Ritzy Ranger says, and guess what? A new rule came lately. All right, let's see what the rule is. Mike's body count is over 200. LOL. Isn't that a Muslim part of the Philippines, Mike? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I had some friends from that were Muslims whenever I was working with AT&T. You know, all sorts of people came in there and helped a lot of them, and some very nice people. I met a lot of really nice Muslim people. I met some crazy wild ones too, like what you're talking about on a ferry boat one time. There was this young guy. He told me, he said, I got two wives, man. He was young, 20 something. And he's like, I got two wives, man, and I'm talking to another one over in the U.S. She's going to be my third wife, is what he told me. Ritzy Ranger says, the law is if you kick your parents after they give you their things and money, that money and things would not come into your hands. It will only come to us if we respect them. So, that's a good law, bro. Glenn says, I have to drive 30 miles to make, no, 80 miles. Holy moly. Have you been to the Philippines, Glenn? Did you? I don't see if you answered that. Have you ever been to the Philippines? Are you thinking about coming here? Anything like that? I know Ozzy, he's been wanting to come. I guess he's still planning it. And let's see, who else is Michael? He came over. He got him a fiance. Let's see. Ritzy Ranger says, Papa, have you ever read 1984? Unfortunately, I have not. I see, different, what do they call it? Experts. Those, I see different parts of it, like in different things, videos and so forth. But I haven't read it. What's the name? Anyway. Ritzy says, my body count is over 4 billion. It might be in maybe like some game online. Like, you have destroyed 5,000 people today. Samo says, let's all make guesses about Mike's Philippines body count. I say 200. No. No, it's under 100, bro. Under 100. Our cast and Mike stopped counting. No, it's not even past 100. It's 99. No, I'm joking. Let's see, Jay Moore, love vlogs, man. That's Jay Moore is the actor, right? Actor, comedian. Are you him? Are you the famous Jay Moore, actor, comedian? Hello, sir. Good evening. Or shall we not talk about it? How you doing, Jay Moore? Good to see you. I'm trying to remember what TV show Jay Moore was in. I used to love that TV show, and I think he's a cool actor. Ritzy Ranger says, I have 3 words to that guy who has 3 wives. Sweet home Alabama. That's a good one. Glenn says, I prefer rural areas, but thinking that will make it hard to start in Philippines when I retire. And, okay, so you plan on coming to the Philippines when you retire. And how much longer do you have to do that? I've never been, but researching for years and want to retire there. Yeah, how much longer is it going to be? Samo says, any hospitals nearby, Mike? Yeah, we got one. It's about 15 minutes from here. but they don't recommend it. It's a public hospital. It's best to go to a private hospital or a good hospital in the city that's public. In like a metro, like Manila, Cebu, those areas. Star Ranger says George Orwell. Yep. Let's see. Semo says, "How is the nightlife for you, Mike?" I don't really do clubs and bars and all that kind of stuff. In the Philippines, I used to in Korea. I did it in Korea. I did it in the U.S. and Korea. Oh, you're from Philippines? Okay, Jay Moore. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And how many subscribers you got, Jay? Looks like you do some vlogging out here. Are you originally from the Philippines or are you from another? I feel like I've talked to you before, but maybe I haven't. Or maybe I went to your channel before or something. Anyway, how's the nightlife? Yeah, I don't really do clubs and bars and stuff like that here. In Korea, man, it was great in South Korea. Seoul. Yeah, Seoul was awesome. All right, Star Ranger, take care. All right, yeah. Take care, Ritzy. All right, he's doing his own countdown. Are you trying? Glenn's trying to retire in the next 5 or 6 years. Okay. Yeah. Basically, Glenn, I was thinking because I don't make income over here, except for YouTube, and I just started making the YouTube income. Like I haven't even got money from them yet, but they're gonna send me a little money soon, a little bit of money soon. And that's all I'm living off of besides savings. I've been here almost 3 years in the Philippines, so I've had a lot of time not working. And then all of a sudden, about a year ago, I started the YouTube channel. So I spent almost 2 years of just having a blast in the Philippines, a lot of traveling and meeting people and so forth. But okay, so how how old are you now, Glenn? Did you say how old you were? So you're gonna retire, and have you? So you're talking about you like the rural area. Well, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. You know, here to help. Here to help. I've got like hundreds of videos all about places in the Philippines and people in the Philippines and all sorts of stuff. Let's see. Blob says a pizza without pineapples. Look. Ritzy says peace out. Take care, Ritzy. Michael Cyril. What kind of live is this, man? I am a new to this live from Bronx. What's up, Bronx? Yeah, I've been in the Bronx before. Traveled up there from North Carolina to the Bronx. How's it going, brother? What kind of live is this? Basically, I'm in the Philippines. I've been here almost 3 years. If you have any questions about the Philippines, be happy to help you guys out. I already said I got a bunch of videos. And sometimes we do other stuff like play games or whatever. We're not playing any games tonight, it don't look like. And just talk, and we are all about respecting each other, no matter what you are, you know. If you're Democrat, Republican, whatever, anything, we respect it. I'm an independent guy. Let's see, Aries, Blaze, hi, what's up? But I tend to, anyway, I don't take much BS, let's put it that way. Stephen Waite says, I seen this video on Tondo in the city. Do you think it's safe in that city, Tondo? Well, Tondo is a part of Manila. Tondo is a small part of Manila. And no, they don't say it's safe. I don't. I wouldn't go to Tondo. Well, I mean, I might go to Tondo. I might do a video there. I keep saying that to my girlfriend. She's like, "No, don't do it," and she's like scared to go over there. So I mean, don't go to Tondo is what I say. But I met this one guy from Tondo. He had like these freaking tattoos all over his arm, and he kept looking at me really crazy. Jay Moore says, "How many times did you visit here in the Philippines?" I've been here. This is my second trip in the Philippines. I didn't want to leave, but I had to leave, and then I came back. Glenn says, "I plan on some savings, but mainly Social Security. I am 56." Oh, okay. Sort of like me, except I didn't wait till I was 62. I just left early, had the savings, been using it, and now I'm, trying to survive over here. I was about to leave, but if I can get enough, I only live off about $300 a month. So if I can get YouTube up to $300 a month, still got my savings, not a lot of savings, but got some savings. Basically, it's pretty tight for me. Pretty tight, pretty tough. Things didn't go like I planned. I had this girl I came for. It was a big, crazy mess, and then my story is just very much like living on a roller coaster, man. It's been so insane. But I don't want to go back to the U.S. I'm very happy here. Love it. Samo says, "Can you post a link to the single ladies video you did?" Oh, the single ladies. Single ladies video. I got a playlist about girls that are looking for guys, single ladies, but probably half of them already taken, probably. Aries. Nah, bruh. Who eats pineapple pizza? Some people. Achlad says, "Hello from Australia. What's up, Achlad? How you doing?" Achlad. I hope I said it right. Sorry, bro, if I didn't. Truth Seeker Guy says, "How great is the casual hookup scene there?" It's pretty decent, casual hookup scene, but I wouldn't say it's like super decent. I wonder where would be if you're trying to do a casual hookup, I wonder what country that would be best in. I think it's, pretty decent, but I doubt it's here. I don't think it's going to be the Philippines. The Filipino ladies are they're very into Christianity. They're Catholic, So they have a lot of values and very family oriented, very traditional. But, it's pretty decent still, even though. The first thing that pops in my mind is maybe Thailand. Thailand might be more of a casual hookup place. Transactional, that's a totally different story. As far as where's a good place for that. But we're just talking about like a hookup kind of place. I don't know. What do y'all think? What country y'all think would be into like just casually hooking up kind of place? I don't know. I don't know. Samo says, "I lived in Bronx for 25 years. Wow. Fordham Road and Jerome Avenue." Curtis says, "What part of NYC are you from?" Oh, North Carolina. Well, I don't like to give away all my information, Curtis, but I'll say I grew up around the Raleigh area. Close to Raleigh. Yeah. Which is the capital of North Carolina. So. But, I also lived in the mountains, not too far from there. I also lived in the beach area. So I was all over freaking North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee, all around that area. Akash says, "Mike, don't forget to say people you don't pay rent." Mike, don't forget to say people you don't pay rent. People you don't pay rent? People you don't pay rent. I don't know what that means. What are you talking about? Akash, you've been drinking too much jungle juice. Curtis says, when your channel becomes popular, you can't big time us. LOL. Popular. Will that ever happen? I don't know if that's ever going to happen, bro. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, as far as yeah, 300. I live off about $300. Yeah, my medical bills are the only thing holding me back, and that tends to be a lot of people's problems from being there now. As far, I mean, I don't have any. I have debt for college. I'm probably never going to pay that college debt off. Probably never. But that's the only debt I have. And as far as your medical bills, can you maybe get rid of them? Because I did. Um, I was able to say, hey, I don't make enough money. And they got rid of my medical bills. Might want to look into it. Because there's a lot of charities out there that donate money to these hospitals for people that don't have a high income. So if you could do that, maybe you got a high income now, maybe you can get a lower income later and then, make it work out. Because, I mean, over in the U.S., I did have a high income and then it fell and then, it was up and down too. Let's see. Jay Moore says, sir, do you understand Tagalog or Palimpi? You know, I understand more Spanish than I do Tagalog. I don't understand a lot of Tagalog, but I know some of it, and some of the Tagalog language is Spanish, so that helps. Glenn says, Jay, that is a hard language. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been very hard for me. It's like totally. I mean, the whole freaking country is totally different than the U.S. It's like Korea was like similar to U.S. in my opinion, when I was there. But over here, it's like so different. But it's in a good way. Different in mostly a good way, yeah. Jay Moore says, Sir Glenn, there are many foreigners here in the Philippines. Speak Tagalog a little bit. Yeah, I met one foreigner that he was fluent. He was like, he's been here for a long time, though. Ian says, no pineapple on pizza ever. And Akash says, Mike, you said $300, but you don't have to pay rent, right? Yeah, the place that I'm in is girlfriend's family place. But that $300 is really both of us together. And we have been spending a little bit over that. So probably closer to somewhere between 300 and 350, somewhere in that area together, me and her together. So that's pretty big for two people to do that. But if we did have to pay rent, we could rent a place for $100. I mean, if cheaper if we wanted to, but you're not going to get anything that's really super nice for $100. That's for sure. If you want something that's really nice, it's probably going to be closer to $500 or $600 or $400. Yeah, 3, 4, but it depends on where you're at. Out here, there's a nice place, includes electricity, includes Wi-Fi. I got the video on my channel where I show the place, and it's already furnished, has the Wi-Fi, has the electricity. Everything's included, and it's only about 400, 450. And it's hard for me to give you an American number because it's depending on what the peso is at the time. Right now, it's probably about 410, 415. $410 or $15. That's including everything though. Electricity, water, Wi-Fi, furnished, and it's an apartment, and the beach is not far from us either here. So yeah, it's not far from where I'm at. Samo says, you look like your lady takes care of you well, fed, clean clothes, you're fortunate. Yeah, she's been awesome. Curtis says, I didn't expect specifics and don't blame you for giving personal information. General vicinity was all I was wondering. North Carolina is a nice state. Yeah, it's very nice. Do small towns there speak English? They do. Usually the older people, It's like this, Glenn. The older people did not have English every year in school. And when I talk about older, I'm talking about like, 40 and up, or probably 38 and up. But the younger ones, like 30, I just asked her, she did. And my girlfriend, she's 33, I think she did. I think she told me she did. But anyway, the younger ones, they have English every year with Tagalog. So, so there you go. And a lot of them will listen to like TV and stuff, the people here, to try to learn English better. Like they'll watch some English, some American TV shows, that kind of stuff. Like right now, I think Leo is. I think she's doing it. Samo says, realistically, are age gap relationships okay? Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I'm 53. My girlfriend's 33. And, and yeah, most of the girls that I dated were under her age. The only thing is, for me, you got to think about maturity too. I dated some that were just too immature. Does your girlfriend have a sister? Yeah, she does. That's the one I was just talking about, Glenn. The only problem is she wants a young guy. That's maybe Akash, because he's like 32. Yeah, she wants. You're going to find that. You're going to find some that want somebody close to their age, and then you're going to find some that don't care. So I think it's about maybe half and half. Yep. Going back to Samos's question, I think it's about half and half. I mean, there's a guy over here. My friend was telling me about. He's friends with this guy, and he said the dude is like 76, and he's dating this girl, seeing this girl that's 19. He's 76, and the girlfriend, yeah, she's a girlfriend. That's what they told me. She's 19 years old. Jay Moore says, how are you? I haven't met the guy. I want to meet him, though. Try to put him on my channel. That's what I want to do. But anyway, Jay Moore says, how are you? And the Filipino, and I don't knock it, bro. I mean, they're both. I know I'm probably going to have some haters in here, probably. But anyway, I'm like, they're both adults. So they both seem to be happy. I don't know much about them, though. I don't know why they're happy or anything. But anyway, Jay Moore says, how are you in Filipino language? Kumatka. How are you? You said kumatka. Thought it was Kumasta. Kumasta is what I heard. But then you got different dialects too. So anyway, Steven says, when you were in Korea, did you take any classes in? No. I was only, how old was I? 18. I was 18, and I barely knew anything back then. I sure didn't know what Hapkido was. No, and I stayed at the freaking clubs. It didn't matter if you were 18. You could go into clubs and drink. I got to the point where I almost was drinking too much, and I had to quit, bro, because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. Stuart Hill says yes. Sambo says, are there a lot of foreigners by you, Mike? No, not really. Samos. I've been in the province here in this area for about maybe 13, 14 months, something like that. I've probably seen they usually pass through maybe 7, but they stop at 7-Eleven. Like I saw 2 guys yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. I just saw 2 guys not long ago. They were on motorcycles. They had the whole freaking outfit on. They were motorcycle old dudes riding their bikes through town, and they stopped at 7-Eleven. Yeah, there is maybe there's a few in town. There's a few in town. Yeah, I'm probably number four, number five out of like 50,000 people here in this town. Semo says at least 50,000. Semo says, okay, I already got that. How many miles is it? How many miles? How many miles is it? Ozzy says, how many miles is it? What are we going to? How many miles is it? Ozzy, you said how many miles is it? What were you talking about? I lost track. Trying to figure out what you were talking about. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about. Maybe I need to turn on all the chats because there's the filter thing is going on. So I might have missed a message or something that came in. There we go. Samos. Hey, what's up, Samos? In Pennsylvania. Glenn says, did you have social support when arriving there to help? Yeah, there's a video I did called Red Flags Pregnancy something about a month ago or about a month or so ago. That's the reason I came over here. That's like the whole reason I came. It was for this girl. Wow. I was 50 at the time. She was 25. And she was a knockout. And she was the reason I flew and came over. And so she was supposed to be my support, but she abandoned me. And that's what that whole story ends up being. But it was crazy. It was a crazy event that I went through with her. And watch the video if you want to know all the weird stuff that happened. But anyway, I did have some people over here that I had talked to, some Filipinos that I became friends with. Samos, thank you, man. Appreciate that super. There is some people I became friends with whenever I was trying to find a girl. I was online in the USA, and basically I talked to over 1,000 girls. you know, and whenever I'm trying to be in a serious relationship, it's like I don't want to just pick anybody. It's like had to be picky and stuff like that. And so I was very careful. Let me see this. Samos, I appreciate that, man. There's a heart and like, not much, but that's a lot, man. That goes a long way. Yeah, it goes a long way in the Philippines. So it's a lot. And I'll give you 5 thank yous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Vork says like cheese pizza with grape soda. Me too, man. I like some grape soda. Where are you from? Al York. That's my favorite soda is grape. Let's see. Curtis says, you must really get the attention if you're the only foreigner around. Yeah. Tell me about it, Curtis. Yeah. In the province areas, yeah, you will get a lot of attention as a foreigner. When you get into the metro areas, you'll get some, but not even close to the amount you get in the province areas. Glenn's, and the farther you get away from those metro areas, the more attention you'll get. Glenn says, I had online relationship for 6 years. I had ticket booked and then COVID hit. You know, Glenn, that's when I was doing it. The COVID thing popped up, and that's why I had to go to Cebu. They were sending people into Cebu. Eventually, I don't know if it was at the time that you were talking and everything. But I had to go there because anybody that didn't have the vaccine, what they were doing was putting them in a place for a while, quarantine. Yeah, they were quarantining them, but it was only through Cebu. Broke our hearts, then cancer here. Oh yeah, you talking about the vaccine, or what are you talking about? Broke our hearts, then cancer here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Are you saying he got cancer or something? I hope not. Anyway, Samo says, in the area you're in, is the problem with many single moms also an issue? Um, yeah, I'd say there's quite a lot of single moms. Yeah. Samos, how old were you? How old were you? Because to answer that question, it would help me. I think you said you were 50 something. Curtis says, "Do you think you'd still be in the U.S. if it wasn't for that girl you moved to Philippines for?" Well, I started, I started looking online, and basically all the awesome girls were over in the Philippines. I even looked at Japan. I looked at other countries as well, different places, and Thailand, different places. But there was tons from the Philippines. And so I think that I would have eventually found somebody else from the Philippines. I did try to date some girls in the US, and that was a horrible mistake. Yeah, that was terrible. Steven says, "Have you taken advantage of the VA?" 48. Okay. Hold on. I'll answer your question in a second. Have you taken advantage of the VA in the Philippines over there? I only did 5 years because I don't have disability, military disability or anything. So far, I haven't seen them want to help me with anything except for maybe getting disability. You know, that's a possibility. But, they I went to talk to them. They gave me a bunch of paperwork. They said fill it out and bring it back. I haven't done that yet though. And I don't know if I will. I probably won't. Probably not. Um, Glenn says, I got cancer after that. Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah, sorry about the cancer. And I have another story about I was going to come over and I couldn't get my ticket refunded too. I was actually going to come for another girl, and I'm glad I didn't. The story with her was that was before this one. And the story with her was when I told her I was coming, she acted like she didn't want me to come. Basically, pretty sure she was a scam girl. Um, yeah, I think she was married actually. 48. Okay, 48. And you asked that question, Samos, about the single moms. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have a problem with a bunch of single moms. Now, if you were younger and more studlier, that kind of guy, say you were 30, then you'd probably have more of the girls like Leo over here who doesn't have any kids. that would want to be with you. But since you're 48, you were close to my age when I came over. You're going to have, a lot of the single moms that want to be with you. And they also look at you and they're like, oh, this guy has a lot of stability. He's an older guy. So those are going to be like, yeah, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, you know. But that doesn't mean you can't find someone young and beautiful that's not a single mom. That definitely does not mean that. In my situation, my girlfriend, I'm 53 now, she's 33, and she's not a mother. And she was working at a call center when I met her. Um, then we moved away from that area. Let's see. Aries says, "Hi, what's up, Aries? How you doing?" Curtis says, "Do you not like the attention? Seems like a dream in comparison to the U.S. experience, aka no attention." Yeah, they treat me like I'm like a movie star a lot of times. Like they're seeing Tom Cruise or something. Do I like the attention? Half and half. Half and half. I'm flattered, you know. I'm flattered, but at the same time, I'm more into just being, like I'm the kind of guy that can go in a library and just read books and study and just be at peace. I like peace. Yeah, I like peace. And plus, I want people to just look at everybody the same. We're all human beings, you know. But at the same time, I am flattered. And yeah, you do feel special, that kind of stuff. So it's half and half. Now, if it's a beautiful girl, I'm like, yeah. But anyway, I shouldn't say that. I got a girlfriend. Never mind. Scratch that part. Delete. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think anybody likes to feel special, right? And appreciated, flattered, that kind of stuff. And if they're someone that's hot, you feel even more special, more appreciated, and that kind of stuff. You feel, I don't know, it's just different. Anyway, I remember back in well, I won't talk about that. Adake says, "Oh, morning, what's up?" Samo says, "Just don't want a roast beef sandwich, mate." Yeah, I know what you're saying. No, no, yeah, I understand. That's funny, bro. Nah, yeah, you can definitely find somebody, Samos. Pretty easy. Yeah. Yeah, you can pretty easy. I mean, just play your cards right, you know. Matilda, what's up? How you doing? Matilda, yeah, Matilda. Yep. Anyway, I don't know how much. Are you coming over here, Samos? I think you said you were 48 years old, coming over here. When you coming? And what's your situation like? Are you very financially secure, where you can come over and not have to worry, that kind of thing? Because if you could take your time and be patient, that would be the best thing to do. Roast beef. Yeah, yeah. Glenn's over in South Dakota. Us over here that are like on the East Coast, especially like you know, yeah, all our cities and stuff out here on the East Coast. He was over in Bronx at one time. Roast beef is basically he's talking about a girl that has been around. Yeah, he's talking about a girl that's been around too much. Yeah, you, it could go either way. Yeah. Hi there, Fran. What's up, Darth? Hey, man, how's it been? How you doing, Darth? It's getting pretty late, guys. Let's see. I guess we'll do about maybe 10 more minutes, maybe. Well, Semo says planning this summer. Budget is small. 15. Okay, summer. I plan on doing about 1,500 a month. Hold on, if it's 1,500 a month, I wouldn't say that's small. That's about what I was spending when I came over, and I didn't even think about it. I mean, if I would have thought about it, I would have spent less. But I didn't know anything, man. I was staying in freaking hotels like all the time, spending too much money, eating like crazy, enjoying life, dating like crazy. So yeah, I was spending 1,500, but I was being stupid. You guys, y'all are studying, researching, all that kind of stuff, so y'all can do a lot better than I did. Plus, I put all my hopes and dreams into one girl, and she totally let me down. So, oh geez, the visual. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Darth says, I'm from the Northeast. Where you from, sir? Northeast? Oh, Northeast. Okay. I'm from North Carolina. We have other people in here from the Northeast too. Darth, nice, nice to meet you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've been in my live before, though. I remember the nihilist part. Do remember that. Damien says, I'm back. What's up, Damien? It's pretty late. Ain't you? Aren't you in Philippines? Or maybe not. No, Canes? Damien Canes. Patrick Fowler says, hi, I live in Taiwan. Okay, not far from Philippines. But you're from Colorado. I haven't been back to the States for 8 years. Has the States changed a lot? Well, I'm in the Philippines. Um, I've been here for almost 3 years. And you're over in Taiwan. What you doing over there? But yeah, I'd say it's changed a lot. I was there. Had to go there. Had to leave there about 2 years ago. I went on one trip here and then went back and then came back again. Yeah, it's changed a lot. Neela says I haven't, but it's great to meet you. Oh, okay. I thought this nihilist has been in here before, but it's a different nihilist. I wonder maybe that's some kind of game name or something. I don't know. But anyway, how's life in Taiwan? What's it like out there, man? Do you like it? And what do you think of the people, the places, all that kind of stuff? Let's see. Samo says USA isn't as bad as Europe, but the decline is serious. Yeah, there you go. I mean, the big thing about, say, England, it's such a small area, so stuff happens so fast. But over in the US, for it to affect such a huge area, it's going to take a lot of time because everybody's so spread out. Patrick Fowler says, I teach jiu-jitsu and I think my cousin does. I don't know which one he does. Anyway, and do TOEFL. Oh, okay, cool. Teaching. My life isn't interesting. Well, I've been trying to get work in like English as a foreign language is what you do, right? So yeah, I've been trying to get work in that. I had a company in Korea said they weren't going to interview me. I got a master's degree, bro, and they said they wouldn't interview me because they said I'm too old at 53 years old. But I would like to get into teaching or something. I need to find some kind of work while building my YouTube up. Taiwan is nice. It is cheaper, and you can save a lot of money. Yeah, same thing over here in the Philippines. Cheap, and you can save a lot of money. 70% cheaper here in the Philippines than the U.S. Samo says Cambodia is better overall. Yeah, you're the one that liked the Cambodia, but no English is a huge negative. Carrie, what's up? Carrie's coming in late. How you doing, Carrie? Almost 12 o'clock in Philippines right now. Glenn's been on for about 2 hours now. How you doing, Carrie? Carrie's in Kentucky. We got somebody in here from South Dakota, Carrie. That is, let me go back. Glenn. Yeah, Glenn. Got Samos. He's over in Pennsylvania. And some other people, I think, just chilling in here, quiet and everything. A lot of Patrick's over in Taiwan. I'm just going to read the ones that are talking right now. Ozzy's in, I think he's in here, and some other ones. Let's see. So Glenn says, "What a degree can you get English teaching job?" Glenn, what a degree can you get an English teaching job? I don't know if I can get one at the university. I know they want to hire. I don't think you can, because they want to hire people here in the country before they hire someone outside the country. So if they have somebody for that kind of work, they're going to hire them. And I very seriously doubt they don't have the people, because English is big here. The people learn it in school, grade school, high school. They learn English, all that stuff. So the call centers are full of people that speak English. Glenn says, just something I saw online. Something you saw online? Did you see online? Patrick says, I am surprised you can't get an English job. You are overqualified. Yeah, once again, as far as inside the country, that's hard. That's why I'm trying to look at places outside the Philippines. Plus, actually, I'd have to change my visa too if I was to work inside the country. Let's see. Glenn says, hey, country. And Curtis says, ever met any followers, ever recognized in public because of YouTube? Yeah, somebody said they saw me like before I started my YouTube channel. And they told me exactly where and when. And I was like, yep, I was there. It was a Filipino that was in here. But I didn't, they just saw me in a certain area I was in. I have people that subscribe to me, I meet, and they ask me what my channel is. But that's pretty much it. Samo says, what is your master's in, Mike? Business. Yeah, it's a master's in business administration. Dude, it was so hard back in the USA. Last time I was in the USA, I had to go there about almost three years ago, something like that. And I went to work for a year. I put in 90 job applications. Now, if you look this up, you will find out that they were not hiring any white guys. Basically, they weren't hiring white people, white guys, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's like a very, very low percentage of these popular corporations were hiring. And, you had the whole Black Lives Matter and all that stuff going on, a bunch of crazy mess. Anyway, I only had 2 job offers. One of them was a very cheap job offer. I think I was making about $14 an hour. The other one was going door-to-door selling. I took the door-to-door selling, and I became number 1 in the state in like 3 months selling. I mean, the thing about selling is it doesn't matter how crappy they treat you and looking for someone. They don't care. If you could sell, that's all that matters. I have a hard time finding people that know how to sell. Carrie says, anyone else's iPhone going through a massive download? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't gone through this crazy download yet. It sucks, and my phone has been an expensive paperweight all morning. Yeah, I mean, they're using up way too much memory on these iPhones. Which one do you have, Carrie? I got iPhone 11, and I'm not looking forward to downloading some craziness. Samo says, anti-whiteness is big in America right now, and it's getting worse, sadly. Yeah, anti Christianity, anti whiteness, anti male. So I'm all three. I'm a white Christian man. So anyway, um, all their stupidity can kiss my butt for all I care. I mean, like for instance, the airlines they wanted to hire black females. We got to get a certain percentage of black females. I mean, anyway, let's see. Expensive paperweight. You're still who kids. Cool Cat says hamburgers with a slice of pineapple. Dude, I had that over at Jollibee. Yeah, I like that, man. Freaking cheeseburger, pineapple on it. It was really good. First time I ever had it, Jollibee, Philippines. Tifa, dude, try it. You like pineapple, Akash? If you like pineapple, you probably like it. Carrie said mine's a 13, a 13, a 13. Oh, an iPhone 13. Okay. Yeah, I think that one's supposed to be really good. But yeah, the freaking last download was a lot of memory. And I'm assuming this one's probably worse. And plus, the freaking battery on my phone needs improving. Akaz says, Moot, do you eat cheese daily? Ah, in the U.S. In the U.S., I probably did. No, not in the Philippines, man. It's hard to find. It's hard to find good cheese where I'm at. Out here in the rural, very country rural area, it's hard to find good cheese. But in the cities and the metros, yeah, you can definitely find. You can find all sorts of different types of cheeses from around the world. Cool Cat says, when I have pizza, I like ham and pineapple. You're definitely Filipino, bro. You said pineapple on the hamburger. That's Jollibee. Ham and pineapple is the favorite for people in the Philippines. So you're definitely Filipino. Cool Cat. Cool Cat. You've been in here too, right? I think. Glenn says, well, I have to go get ready for church. Yeah, I'm going to get off here in a couple of minutes. In about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll be getting off here. Glenn, have a wonderful rest of your day. And pleasure hanging out with you too, man. Hope to see you again. Don't be a stranger. And I come on every day. I try to come on around the same time. I also come on in the morning time in the Philippines. Samo says, have you noticed inflation there, Mike? No, I haven't noticed it. You know, I've been looking for it and I haven't noticed it, but I'm assuming it's going to happen some, you know. And I'm talking about recent stuff. You know? Now, over the years, there's probably some, but before I really didn't pay attention to prices before, so I can't really tell you. I don't think it's been much though. Live from Egypt. What's up, El Salab? How you doing, man? Over in Egypt. Take care, Glenn. Let's see. Akash says, Mook, is it healthy to eat cheese daily for the heart? Well, I'm not really a nutritionist. You know, that Pakistan guy told me that cheese was bad, you know, that I used to work with. So maybe you hear the same thing. I know. Tell me about it, Akash. My personal opinion. My personal opinion is, I think it's somewhere in the middle. You know, I think the imitation stuff, I think is bad. That's probably bad for the heart too. Yeah. But as far as the good, you know, like real quality kind of stuff, I think I don't think it's too bad. I don't think so. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving doctor advice either. Let's see. How are the mosquitoes there bad? No, I think a lot of people would think they're bad, before they come over to the Philippines. I think there you would probably think they're bad. You probably would have this in your head. But being over here, where I've been, no, this is the worst area I've seen them at. It's where I live now, but they're still not that bad. Only when it's like rainy, rainy, wet, wet. So maybe they get a little bad then. Maybe I wouldn't say they're that bad though. I don't know of anybody that's gotten sick from mosquitoes because you can get the dengue or something like that. Dengue. And I don't know about anybody that's gotten that, but they say it's a possibility. In the city, I didn't see in the metro area. In the metro area, I didn't see any mosquitoes at all. Manila, Cebu, didn't see one the whole time I was there. Matter of fact, I mean, to be honest with you, the only time I saw them is here, where I'm at. But I think they would be in those other province areas too if I stayed there long enough to find out. Because I've been here for a long time in this province area. I've been here for maybe 14 months, maybe. J. All right, so we got about one more minute. But yeah, they're definitely not as bad as I thought they would be. And we use this little coal thing that we burn, and that totally gets them away. Like we'll put that in the room if we have a problem, and it will totally make all of them disappear. Of course, you could use those zapper machines. I've seen those in the store here. I've always wanted one of those, but I never bought one. U.S. here, nowhere. I never bought one. You know what I'm talking about, right? The zapper machines. Samo says, which do you prefer more, Manila, Cebu, or where you're at currently? Honestly, for me, Manila. I like the trains in Manila. There's so many different places in Manila. If you're a city guy, Manila. I like the weather a little bit better than I do Cebu weather. Cebu's a nice place though, and Cebu might be a little bit cleaner too. When you get to Manila, basically, or Cebu, you're going to have some places that are really bad. You're going to have some places that are really good. You're going to have places that are totally opposite of each other. So, first time I went to Manila, I was in a bad area. I was in a pretty bad area. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hate Manila. I don't want to come here again. And then I came back to Manila, and then I started exploring and going to different areas of Manila. I have a video on Manila talking all about Manila and Cebu and this area. All three of them. It's like about 10 minutes each for each one. And then when I went back to Manila, I explored, and I was like, I started really liking the places in Manila, a lot of them. Aka says, how much costs BGC for carry down here? Yeah, that's in Manila. So that's what I recommend for her for right now. The only problem is she likes a certain thing that isn't possible. Akash says, how much costs to take care of the dog? Bro, I don't know. It's not my dog. Carrie says the U.S. stopped making pennies. Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that. All right, I'm gonna be cutting this out. So thank you guys for showing up. I'm about to go get some sleep. Take a bath first, then get some sleep. So y'all have a good night. Akash says, I like a province area next to a big city, but I haven't seen anything about areas around Manila. Also, watch the video about Baguio because I like Baguio better than all of them, all of those areas. Yep. Watch the video I did about Baguio. Trying to think. Go to, my playlist chit chats. You'll see the big thumbnail says I talk about Baguio. I say I talk about Manila. The Manila one's got a weird face on it though. Good night, Mike. Good night, y'all. Good night, bro. You in the Philippines? Yeah, I'm getting off here though. Fits me. Akash, take care. Stay safe and everything. Y'all take care. Take care, everybody. Everybody. And thanks for that super Samos. Y'all take care. Peace out.